get to her bedroom for homework.
Okay. But it did leave that dining room table sometimes.
Yeah, only for homework.
Right, but you said earlier in your statement that teenagers are sometimes unreliable. So the fact that you went through all this and that you're protecting it, and then you're still letting your daughter bring all those, like, have all that leniency, considering you don't know what teenagers do on the internet, was your concern, and you still let her do it.
I'm sorry. I think she's referring to Jamie because my daughter would never do those things. We raised her right. She's accepted into 6 colleges. She's very responsible.
Okay. You actually say in your statement that you're all for that kind of spying. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I said that I'm all kind of for that spying if it's to prevent, like, bomb preventions or to help the safety, as it is my job as a member of the PTO to provide the safety of students. So that's why I would spy on them if they're having this bomb equipment.
Okay. Going back to some of the pamphlets that they filled out, you said in your statement that it was some of them were common sense. Now, is your common sense and maybe my common sense a little different?
Well, it could be, depending on the type of person you are. But we did have multiple meetings, and multiple meaning not just one, not just two. They were informed, all the students, staff and teachers were informed of all this stuff many times.
Right, well, you actually only had one huge school meeting, correct?
Yeah,
And then you had 3 different forums, correct?
yes.
And you never took attendance at those forums, correct?
There was no need. You could see in plain sight, it was full capacity. Many people attended.
Full capacity?
Well, not necessarily that, but we still did tell the students to give it to their parents.
Yeah, well, this was an actual parent meeting. The forums are where the parents actually came and voiced their concern. So, it said in your statement,
The opposing counsel is testifying for the witness.
Response?
he's right, I'm sorry.
The objection is sustained.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Parsons, you said that you weren't aware of Mr. Charrington before the 1-1 program, correct?
Correct.
But were you aware of his $1 million business, Lakeshore Computers?
Oh yes, he founded the company a long time before we accepted this process.
Now, just for clarification, what is your daughter's name?
Julia Parsons.
And then, now, are you an employee of Lakeshore Computers?
No, I'm not. I'm only serving on the PTO. I wouldn't know anything about computers.
Thank you. Now, would you say that, are you responsible in any way to speak on the opinions of Lakeshore Computers?
No, I only provide assistance to the PTO and provide ideas such as this whole program and to help the students out for safety.
So you'd say that your opinions aren't, the same as, or that your opinions are not, I'm sorry. Would you say that things you said should not be held accountable to Lakeshore Computers?
Things that I say?
Yes.
No, they shouldn't. It is not their responsibility. It is my responsibility as the head of PTO to provide safety.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Any further?
No further questions, Your Honor.
The witness may step down. Thank you, Mr. Parsons.